Everyone, today we are going to discuss about the basic terms in accounting. First term is entity. The term entity refers to the business entity. That is, a business is a separate entity, specifically identifiable entity. So the owner is different from the organization. So entity has its own identification. So that is the word entity, the business organization. Then next is transaction. So transaction here means any transaction that involves some monetary value. So cash transaction and credit transaction. Cash transaction involves money directly. In credit transaction there will be future payment. So only economic transactions are considered in accounting. Next is assets. Assets are the economic resources of an enterprise that can be usefully expressed in monetary terms. So, assets are the resources that the organization use to earn profits. So, these assets can be land, building, or the current assets like stock of the current year, like that. So, all these things will generate profit for them, and it is quantifiable in terms of money. So, those resources are called assets. Then some examples for Super Bazaar, which owns a fleet of trucks, that are their assets. That is their fixed assets. And one more thing, the assets which are fixed assets stay for the long time, that is more than 12 months. The business can use it for more than 12 months. The assets which we can use only 1 year, that is up to 12 months, they are called the current assets. So that's it. Then that is the asset is classified into two: current assets and non-current assets. Current assets, cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, debtors are those who owe money to the business. Then stock in trade. All these are current assets. Then some non-current assets are land, building, plant and machinery, furniture. Everything will stay in the business for a long time. We use all these things for a long time. So non-current assets. Next is liabilities. Obligations or debt that an enterprise has to pay at some time in future. So liabilities are the payments to be made by the business in future. And the amount they borrowed, the goods they purchased on credit, all these are their liabilities. Liabilities can also be current liabilities, that is the liabilities which are to be settled within a period of 12 months. And long term liabilities like loans, we should pay it in 2 year or 3 year, like that. So current liabilities are there, long term liabilities are there, non current liabilities or non current liabilities are there, and current liabilities are there. Non current liabilities we should pay it after 1 year, and current liabilities within 12 months we should make the payment. For example, Super Bazaar purchased goods for 10,000 on credit for a month from fast food products on March 25, 2005. And if the balance sheet of Super Bazaar is prepared as at March 31, 2005, the food products will be shown as creditors on the liability side of the balance sheet. So March 25 they purchased something on credit, some goods on credit. So this will be shown in their balance sheet as liability because they didn't make the payment when the balance sheet is prepared. So like that it will go. Then if that is a current liability. Then if Super Bazaar take a loan for a period of 3 years from Delhi State Cooperative Bank, this will also show as a liability. So this is a non-current liability. So 3 years is there. The initial case he purchased some fast food products, that is like current liabilities, and this 3 year long period loan, that is a long term liability. So liabilities are also classified into current and non-current. So non-current liabilities, long-term borrowing, deferred tax liability. some long-term tax liabilities. So net figure of that, other long-term liabilities. Then current liabilities include not the long-term provision, short-term borrowing, trade payable. This is wrong. Long-term borrowing. Long-term provisions are not current liabilities. These are long-term liabilities. So we are cutting it. Fine. Next is distinction between current and non-current items. So I already told current items we are using it within 12 months and non-current item we used to use it after 12 months. Even after 12 months the benefit of those things won't expire. Next is capital amount. The amount invested by the owner into the business, that is called the capital. The amount invested by the owner into the business. It can be amount or an asset. The business person, the proprietor, he can bring cash as well as asset as his capital. So this will be shown as a liability in the balance sheet because for a business it has different identities, specific identities there for a business enterprise, different from its owner. That is why capital is treated as a liability of the business to the owner. Next is sales, the total revenue from goods or service sold or provided to customers. Sales are the revenue earned by the business by selling its products. It can be cash sales or credit sales. These are the amount of business earned by selling its products or providing service to customers. If a service rendering organization, the sales will be like rendering of service. Then other items of revenue. Some other revenues are also there. That also we are telling, but these are not included in sales. Sales only refers to sale of something that is the goods or service that is regularly the business is dealing with. Next is like other incomes. So other incomes of a business can be commission, interest, dividend, royalty, rent, etc. So revenue can also be called as income. So this revenue is different from sales. Sales is also a revenue, but all revenue received is not the sales. So revenue is a second thing, or revenue it can also be called as income. It can be other than sale also, that is commission, interest, dividend, royalty, rent received, etc. Next is expenses. So expenses are the short term. Within 1 year, we are incurring some expenses. That is like rent, wages, salary, interest, some cost of lighting, heating, like that. So in the process of earning revenue, we are spending some money. So that is called expenses. Next is expenditure. We are spending money or incurring a liability for some benefit. So for getting a benefit, for purchasing of goods, for purchasing of some assets, we are making expenditure and it is not an expense. When we make an expenditure, we are incurring some liability for some benefit. So we purchased a land for credit. We purchased a land with an agreement to pay the amount later. So land will come in the asset side of balance sheet and the liability for payment to be made to the land will be considered as an expenditure in the liability side. And benefit of an expenditure will last for more than a year. So for long term we are incurring expenditure. Next is profit. the excess of revenue of a period over its related expenses. So, profit is the amount that they are receiving in excess from the investment of the owners. So, profit increases the investment of the owners. Next is gain. Profit arises from sale of a fixed asset. There is those are unexpected. These are not regular. These are casual income. So gains are casual incomes when we sell a fixed asset after it is completely used. That is, its lifetime is over. Then on sale of such fixed asset, if we are getting some revenue, it can be considered as a gain. Then loss. Excess of expenses of a period over its related revenue. If we are incurring more expense and we are getting less income, it can be considered as a loss. So, it is a cost incurred without receiving any benefit in return. Next is discount. So, discount is the deduction in the price of goods sold. We will give some discount for the goods we sold. So, this discount can be of two types, trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount, we will offer a deduction of agreed percentage of the list price. So this is one way of giving discount, that is trade discount. Next is manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer. These are the parties who generally offers trade discount. When after selling the goods on credit basis, debtors may be given certain deduction in the amount. So the retailer will sell it to the final consumer and the retailer will give the final consumer some cash discount for the prompt payment. So it will act as an incentive for the prompt payment. Next is voucher. Voucher is also called as invoice. There is the documentary evidence in support of a transaction. We used to get bills when we purchase things. That is an example of a voucher. Next is goods. Goods refers to products in which the business unit is dealing. Items that are purchased for use in business are called the goods. So goods are something the business buy either to sell or to process it into a new product and then make the sale. Next is drawing. Drawing refers to the amount of money or the goods the owner withdraw from the business for his personal use. And the drawing will reduce the investment of owner. Next is purchases. Purchases are the procurement of goods. The payment made or on agreement of future payment, goods are purchased. So that is called the purchase. Mainly raw materials are purchased and processed into finished products. That is purchases. Next is stock. Stock is the goods which remain with the business entity at the end of the year. This is at the time of preparing the books of accounts on the 31st March, ending a financial year. That time, the business entity have the stock of some raw material, some semi-finished goods, there is some work in progress, and at the end some finished goods also. So that stock will be shown in the asset side of balance sheet as a current asset. And on the next year balance sheet, the stock will be shown as opening stock at the beginning of the new financial year starting from 1st April of that year. Next is debtors. Debtors are the person or entities who owe to an enterprise. So we sell goods on credit and these people will pay us the money later. So they are our debtors. Those who purchase goods from the business on credit, they are called as the debtors. They will give us the money later. This amount will be shown in the balance sheet as current asset, that is sundry debtors. Then creditors. So creditors are the persons or other entities who have to be paid by an enterprise an amount for providing the enterprise goods and service on credit. So creditors are the person to whom the business owes some money. We ourselves purchase some goods on credit and we need to make payment. We purchase some goods on credit and the payment is not made and agreed to be made on a future date. They are called creditors to us and the payment will be made on a future date. This amount, the creditors, will be shown in the balance sheet liability side as a current liability as sundry creditors. Sundry simply means that total creditors, that is sundry creditors. Next is you can test your understanding. You can identify the following, that is like which is the amount of capital and what are the fixed asset, value of the goods purchased, who is the creditor, what is the expense, what is the gain, what is the loss. So this is the question. Mr. Sunrise started a business for buying and selling of stationery with 5 lakh as an initial investment, of which he paid 1 lakh for furniture, 2 lakh for buying stationery item. He employed a salesperson and a clerk. At the end of the month, he paid 5,000 as their salaries. Out of the stationery bought, he sold stationery for 1,50,000 for cash and some other stationery for 1 lakh on credit basis to Mr. Ravi. Subsequently, he bought stationery items of 1,50,000 from Mr. Peace. In the first week of the next month, there was a fire accident and he lost 30,000 worth of stationery. A part of the machinery which cost 40,000 was sold for 45,000. From the above, answer the following. So first question is, what is the amount of capital with which Mr. Sunrise started business? What are the fixed assets he bought? What is the value of the goods purchased? Who is the creditor and state the amount payable to him? What are the expenses? What is the gain he earned? What is the loss he earned? Who is the debtor? What is the amount receivable from him? What is the total amount of expenses and losses incurred? Determine if the following are assets, liabilities, revenue, expense or none of these. And the answers are given below. The answer of first question is 5 lakh, second question 1 lakh, third question 2 lakh, and it goes like this. So read the question, try to answer it and then check the answers. So these are the answers. In the next video, we are going to come up with the second chapter.